In this video, I will show you how to use Envirotex Lite and UltraSeal. These application procedures can also be used on large objects such as table or bar tops. Envirotex Lite is a two-part epoxy that self-levels and cures to a smooth, high-gloss glass-like surface equal to 50 coats of varnish. This solvent-free, waterproof, heat and alcohol-resistant coating can be poured onto a variety of surfaces. Instructions included with the kit cover all the steps demonstrated in this video. For this project, I used a table mat from a second-hand store and covered it with decorative paper. Since many of the projects you will be coating involve absorbent surfaces such as paper or fabric, it's often necessary to seal those surfaces before applying Envirotex Lite. To create the paper collage as shown, you will need UltraSeal or thin-bodied white glue and a disposable brush. UltraSeal is a latex-based adhesive and sealant that dries water clear. Here's how to use UltraSeal. Apply UltraSeal or white glue on the background paper that has been cut to size by applying an even coating to the back of the paper. Place onto the mat and smooth out with your hand, starting from the center and working outward. Use a brayer or a bottle to roll out any trapped air bubbles. Apply UltraSeal or white glue to the back of remaining paper pieces. Place and roll out trapped air bubbles under the paper as required. After finishing the paper collage, apply 2 thin coats of UltraSeal to the entire surface. To ensure complete coverage, brush a layer in one direction, let dry, then rotate your piece a quarter turn and brush on a second layer. If the paper is not sealed properly, Envirotex Lite will soak into the paper, turning it blotchy or transparent. Allow the UltraSeal to dry clear between coats. To easily remove cured drips on the bottom, protect the underside by covering the bottom edges with plastic tape. Press the tape on firmly. Do not use paper or masking tape, as the Envirotex Lite will soak into these tapes and permanently bond them to your project. Since excess Envirotex Lite will drip off the sides of your project, it's important that you elevate your work with plastic or paper cups. Ensure your work surface is clean, level, and protected by wax paper or newspaper. Next, measure your project to determine how much Envirotex Lite you will require. The package instructions have helpful guidelines on this. This project will require 4 ounces. For best results, if the bottles feel cold, warm them by placing them in a bowl of warm, not hot tap water. Remove after 10 minutes and dry the bottles before proceeding. This step helps to lower the viscosity, improves measurement accuracy, and greatly reduces bubbles mixed into the solution during the mixing process. Per the package instructions, measure equal amounts of resin and hardener into a plastic measuring cup. Do not guess at the proper ratio, and do not empty both bottles and expect properly measured amounts. Always measure. Also, do not use wax-coated cups, as the wax may scrape off and show up as white specks in the cured coating. These plastic measuring cups can generally be purchased where Envirotex Lite is sold. Using a wood stir stick, scrape the sides of the container and mix thoroughly for 2 full minutes. Be sure to scrape the stick occasionally as well. It is important to ensure all material is well blended. To ensure thorough mixing, pour this mixture into a second cup and blend again for another minute. Pour only from the second cup onto your project. I've marked my cups 1 and 2 for this procedure. Failure to follow this step carefully is the most common reason for unsatisfactory results, often resulting in soft or sticky cure. Pour as soon as thoroughly mixed. Do not wait. Pour over the surface of your item in a circular pattern. Start close to the edge and work towards the center. This will result in the bulk of the material applied to the center of your project. Envirotex Lite is self-leveling, but if needed, you can spread it when necessary with a stiff piece of paper or a disposable brush. Be careful that you do not spread the coating too thin, or the surface may become wavy. "15 minutes after pouring, air bubbles created while mixing will rise to the surface and begin to break. There are two methods to remove bubbles that were caused from mixing. The first method is to gently huff across the surface. The carbon dioxide you exhale will cause the bubbles to burst. For larger projects, you can use a small handheld propane torch. Do not hold the torch closer than 2 inches from the surface and keep the torch moving to prevent scorching. Wait 5 minutes and repeat this process if necessary. Approximately 30 minutes after pouring, wipe away any drips from the bottom edge of the project with a brush or edge of a wooden stir stick. Repeat again in another 30 minutes to minimize drips along the bottom edge of your project. Cover your project with a clean and dust-free container or plastic drop sheet for larger projects. Allow the coated item to cure in a warm room. After the coating has cured 24 hours, lightly sand through the coating on the edge at a 45-degree angle and then remove the tape and the drips. High-use items such as table and bar tops should cure 72 hours at 70 degrees Fahrenheit or warmer before using. Coasters, trays, and plates are just a few examples of what can be coated with Envirotex Lite. Use your own creative ideas to decorate and beautify your own home decor items or create wonderful gifts for friends and family.